the guest relation means to you?
Guest relations means to me great service and anticipating your customers' needs and leaving me with a great experience and the unexpected.
Yeah, that's nice. Do you have any good or bad experience?
Oh, I have a great experience. One time I checked into a hotel and they welcomed me. They opened up my my taxi door, and they knew I was coming. The taxi driver called in advance and told them who I was, and I was welcomed with a welcome drink. And the guest relations sat me down, and I checked in sitting down and didn't have to do a thing. And they brought me to my room.
That's absolutely nice.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Customer relations or good guest relations for me would mean that they're the guest that is coming in to whatever it is, a restaurant, a hotel, but they're coming in and they're being treated or they feel at home.
Yeah.
Good guest relations should make people feel very, very comfortable, I think.
Yeah, right. So like when you met some like bad surveys and or some kind of situation make you so when you're like you're just customer and when you met a bad service or something make you unsatisfied condition, what are you gonna do? You're gonna complain or just leave or?
If it was me?
Yeah.
So if I was not getting good service, I would probably talk to a manager, I would think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So brave.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna leave a complaint to my friends. Or
No, well, they won't learn though, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how people, that's how businesses can make a bad reputation for themselves very quickly, I think, if they're not careful. So yeah, if you always want to make sure that you have good guest relations, but if there is a problem, then it helps if the customer is brave enough to go and say, I didn't really like the service here, and this is the reason why, because that way the company or the business can get better.
Yeah, because some condition can have like maybe some customers they are afraid of complaining to.
For sure.
Yeah.
Canadians do that a lot.
Yeah, they are
get
so
up and
kind,
they walk away.
They just want to be generous like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, for you, what is like good customer service?
So good customer service, if I was in a restaurant, for example, then I would not kind of want for anything. The server that would be there would know what I'm expecting next. So my glass would always be full. I would always have cutlery. Everything would kind of transition from one course to the next, and I wouldn't really know that they were there.
Okay, do you care about recognition? And when you come to a restaurant, people are gonna say your name and current name. Hi, welcome back here, and say something like that.
That's not important to me. No, it doesn't. That doesn't really matter much to me.
Okay.
So it's not like they need to know my name.
Hi. So for you, what is like guest relation for you?
The meaning? For me, guest relationship is always making sure that the customer always feels welcome in your establishment.
Okay, so like have you ever, as a customer, when you met any kind of like bad service and bad situation make you uncomfortable, have you ever made that kind of situation?
Yep. Unfortunately, there's a lot of places that are offering bad service.
Yeah, right.
One of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to bad service is when you look at your servers and you're looking for somebody, you're thirsty, you can't find anybody, you just walk in and you find them in the corner and they're texting away, and they're not paying attention,
really
or you see them and they're stretching and they're not doing their
right.
That's probably one of the things that bothers me the most about customer service. Bad service.
So will you complain or just gonna leave without saying anything?
Depends. Sometimes I would just leave and they've lost my business. There's lots of other restaurants and bars. That's the problem. Sometimes, most of the time, I would just leave, wouldn't come back.
So we'll come back to that place again, or just gonna leave forever? Like.
Well, all depends. If they did something else to interest me to come back, but usually no, I wouldn't go back.
Okay. So like for you, what is like good service?
Good service is just looking after the customers, making sure that you're giving them everything they'd like. You have to remember they're paying money to come into your establishment and to be looked after and enjoy themselves. So just making sure your customers have everything they need.
Okay. Yeah. Really
Other
good.
places get boycott.
Thank you. So for you, what is good customer service?
Good customer service is looking after the customer's needs and making them feel important.
So as a customer, you have the same expectation for the restaurant and hotel, right?
Yes.
And can you share, do you have any kind of like bad experience of bad service?
There was once, I was in a restaurant with bad service. The server came over, and I have a friend who is deaf, and she lip reads. And the server had her hair in front of her eyes and in front of her whole face, and she couldn't read her lips. You have to be aware of your customers and their wants and needs.
So did you complain or just left without saying anything?
We did complain. We had to tell her that
So
we couldn't see her face.
So what happened there? Did they apologize?
She did apologize, yes.
Guest relations means making somebody feel at home even when they're not at home.
Yeah. Can you tell me one good or bad experience about that?
Oh, unfortunately there's a lot of bad, so let's look at a good one. And I would say I always get good guest relations experience when I'm at Disney, whether it's at the parks or whether it's on the cruise. They always do something unexpected, which is just, that goes the extra mile.
Oh, that's absolutely nice. Thank you. What's the guest relation means to you?
For me, guest relations means that you treat everybody on that side of the counter how you would want to be treated, and you always have to remember that every person that comes in has their own story, their own beauty, and their own situations happening. So hopefully they're having a good day, but if they're not, you have to remember that, and you never judge somebody by their behavior on that day.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one bad or any good experience?
Well, we always have good experiences in here, and I think my favorite experience that I see is when students come in, especially from different countries, and they end up meeting, and they can be from like China and India, and within their first week of being here, they end up being friends, and I always see them coming in together, and they tend to be the students that are most active in their school, and that also makes them the most successful.
That's nice. Do you love your job?
I love my job.
That's nice. Thank you very
Our
much.
whole office loves our job.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And my job, customer relations, is answering people's questions and giving them directions and just making them feel comfortable with the school.
Just help them so
Yes.
any kind of problem they found you. So
Yes.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Relation or maybe customer relation for you? Customer service. What does that mean for you?
Customer service.
Yeah.
That's very important for businesses.
Yeah, right.
So you have to be very professional
Yeah,
with
like
the
your
customers.
customer comfortable. Like that.
Exactly, want to satisfy customer needs.
Yeah. So like, do you have any bad experience, like, because you work here? Any bad experience of serving
I've been here
people?
for about 5 years, but I don't call bad experience or anything, but
Maybe upset?
maybe we have a situation with the machines that sometimes they misfunction.
Yeah, a lot of people here in
Machine
ways.
does function, so that sometimes we have to struggle with the machine, and some people don't have too much time. That's the only.
Okay.
So we feel something like they want
So
to go to their
upset,
class.
yeah.
No, not upset actually. Just one person maybe have a situation like that one day. But now we're good friends with him.
Yeah, okay. So like for you, what is maybe when you become like customer, and what is good service for you? In your mind, what would you want it to be like?
You have to smile to customers, smile and be nice to the customers. You want their money, they want your.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Yeah, thank you.
you're welcome. Anytime.
Hi. Not actually. She's just pretending. What's the guest relation means to you?
I don't know, it really all depends because it depends on the industry, right? Because this is a little bit different. I spend a lot more time with the person than, say, a waiter or a bartender, right? So, I don't know, it's about being polite. Patient is a huge thing.
That's nice. Do you have any bad or good experience?
Every hairstylist has bad experiences, obviously. You get people that, you know what I mean, are just in a crappy mood.
Yep.
And when they come in, they're in a crappy mood, so they just feel like they have to put everybody else around them in a crappy mood. But then, working here, obviously it's a little bit different for the most part. Students here are pretty relaxed, so you know what I mean? It doesn't happen very often.
So you don't have that any bad experience?
Not that I can think of offhand, don't get me wrong. I've come across a lot of crusty people, but nothing that I can think of an exact story offhand. But usually it's just a person comes in here in a crappy mood, and that's just it. Pretty much, there's no way of getting them out of it.
That's nice. Thank you. Thank you.